Welcome to the Story-Eyed Podcast. My name is Brendan.
And I'm Jen. On this show, we talk about all things Williams syndrome. We're excited to share our community with you. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. So it is a rainy day, first day of summer vacation here in Minnesota, and Bennett is out standing in the rain because he wants to watch the wood chipper, the tree specialists that are in the area.
Yes. Do you have a question for Joel, Stella?
How are the peppers?
The peppers. Okay, so
you planted some, right?
Yep, the peppers are planted, and many varietals. Everything from just your regular jalapenos and serranos and poblanos. But then Bennett was able to get a habanero plant, which the habaneros exploded last year.
Yeah.
We had so many habaneros. But then he also found a Tabasco pepper plant and a Scotch bonnet, a spinning top, which flavor-wise, they're okay, but they're really cool looking because they legit look like little spinning tops that you put up. And he got a Carolina Reaper pepper plant.
They're spicy.
Yeah. The Tabasco plant actually already, there's one pepper that just grew on the Tabasco plant. That's just like, and we're like, that's so early. What are you doing? And it's just like, nah, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm growing. And so there's one Tabasco sitting there. We just got to wait for it to ripen. So Stella, I was at camp last week.
Ugh, so sad. There were so many tears at camp.
I know. But I have to share with you that I taught a comedy class, and we went through improv and sketch comedy, and we worked our way all the way up to stand-up comedy. And so I was helping some teens with Williams syndrome craft stand-up comedy jokes that are different than like, what do you get when you cross a blah blah, or like a knock joke. I asked everybody, like, what is a food that you have a passionate opinion about? Either you love it or you hate it. This young woman named Cameron, and Cameron had been to camp last year. I don't know if Cameron has been to camp other years though. We got talking about cereal and how you pour cereal into the bowl. And then you pour the milk in, and Cameron just stops. She goes, wait, what? No, the milk goes in first. And we're like, what?
Some people do that.
And and I'm like, well, say more on that, Cameron. And she goes, the milk, that's where all the nutrients are. That's where all the healthy things are. So you know, the whole point of breakfast is the milk. And so you're flavoring the milk with this cereal. So you're going to have milk. Right. But you're gonna flavor the milk with the corn pops or the Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that blew my mind. Thinking, and I'm like, and because then it adds also some textural juxtaposition to the milk. And so I'm just like, I cannot look at cereal any other way.
Same. Yep.
That it has to be, you are flavoring the milk with this cereal.
It sounds like a good mom who's trying to teach her
or something, but like
about nutrition.
So that evening for dinner, I'm like, okay, I'm doing cereal for dinner tonight. And I did it. I poured the milk in first. And then I'm like, I'm going to flavor this milk with these Fruit Loops or with these. I did corn pops first. And I'm like, I'm going to flavor the milk with corn pops. And I'm like, if you think about it that way, it's a whole different eating experience.
It is.
Yeah, completely different.
Yep.
Game changer.
It is a game changer. So
I love that. That's great. Well, kudos Cameron's mom for that. I was going to ask about the croutons. How are the croutons this year?
Croutons were fine. There were some kids who really partook in the croutons, not to the Sophia Napoli extent, but some people. So, Jen, for people who are watching the video version of the podcast, the two of you have a different background.
We do. It's very nice.
It's very Colorado.
It's woodsy.
Very woodsy. Yeah, very woodsy.
So you're enjoying Colorado Springs.
We are. The hotel room in Colorado Springs, we are enjoying. My little is at a flag football camp and in Colorado Springs. So here we are.
Which, if you're willing to share, what position does she play? How does it work for flag football at this age?
Yes, because she's a girl. So that is also different. So in our area, girls flag football has become like they call it CHSA sport, which just means like it's now a sport that girls can play at the high school level if their
Cool.
school district partakes in it. And so my daughter, who is almost 30, she has been playing for the last few years, and now there's sort of like this increase in visibility now with this sport being offered. And so it's flag football. And so I don't know really like a lot about football, but last night we're here with a friend, and last night we're in the elevator and this gentleman is talking to us and asked what we were here for, said we're here for football, and he asked that, what position do you play? And I said, well, they just play flag football. And both the girls were like, no. One said she was the quarterback, and then my daughter said she's the running back. And I just thought I think it's so funny because with only 5 people on the team, you play a lot of different roles.
Sure.
But in their minds, that's what they are, quarterback.
Hey, I love it. I love it. And let's see. It's not, when is the Olympics? Summer Olympics it's not next year, but the thing is she's right on track. In 4, 5, 6 years, we could be talking about flag football Olympian.
I mean, you could. Yes, you could be. Yeah. She's really into it. So this one in Colorado Springs they actually have like professional women flag football players that come and like run the camp. And so it's also very exciting because so there's like not a lot, if you're listening to this, there's not a lot of girls flag football in general, but this one area seems to have like some growth and has some opportunities. So that is why we are here.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. How are you guys?
We're good.
Are you recovered from camp, Joel?
No.
No.
So after camp, then of course we had the weekend for Williams.
Yes.
Right.
And that was a lot. For those who watched, I put the challenge out there that if anyone wanted to donate $1,000, I'd jump into the pool with my clothes on.
And he did.
I saw that.
We heard about it. Yeah.
We got the $1,000. I jumped into the pool and hurt my butt.
Oh,
I hit my butt on the bottom of the pool, and that was less than fun. So I was like, oh, all right, well, the sacrifices that I make for the WSA and for a good donation.
I saw, Brendan, that you already got your convention merch. Way to go.
I did. I bought some last night, so I'm very excited about that. I got the water bottle, hat, and shirt, so
I'm proud of you.
Very excited. I needed some retail therapy, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it now. Yep.
I did see that you bought the water bottle, and I was excited because I'm like, should I put one on there? And then I was like, oh yay, look, somebody bought one.
Hey.
Yep.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the WSA store, Jen Keaton is helping out with the WSA store.
Attempting.
And so a lot of the convention stuff and a lot of the items that are available on our WSA store are thanks to the diligent work of one Jennifer Keaton.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Keaton.
But the merch looks cool, doesn't it? It looks good.
That looks great.
The graphics look good.
Yeah, I think you're doing a kick butt job on
Yes.
this stuff.
I did not do the graphics. That's somebody else, but I did apply them to the things.
No, but I haven't seen what's on here, so I'm going on to.
Oh, he's gonna go on real time.
Yeah. See, I mean, I love it. Like the baseball shirt, love that. The hoodie, I'm very excited about.
I know you are.
Yeah, so that's a good looking water bottle.
Yeah, 22 ounces, dude.
It's like the water bottle.
Hydration.
Yeah, hydration. What was it? What did you say?
Convention.
Convention. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not messing around.
That's right. Yeah, so everybody grab your convention merch. If you go on, see what's available. We probably will have some stuff at convention, but it's always better to get it ahead of time so you can like wash it and have it ready and it's like the size you want. So do not delay. Grab it if you want, and then just come get some other little goodies.
And that, of course, is available at shopwsa.org.
And then Laura, was great to have her on today. It was nice to meet her.
Good to have Laura back.
Yeah. And you're kind of leading who's leading this? Who's leading Family Network? You and Laura? How is this working?
So the Family Network has been something that I've been working on for about a year and a half, a little
Yeah.
over a year and a half. And so in the creation of it, now Laura coming in as the VP of programs, she has been what's been really great, and because she has the history with the WSA that she has, she's been that fresh set of eyes to look
Yeah.
at things because I've worked with Sarah and others on it, but we're in the weeds on it. So it's like having Laura come in and having her initial reaction, and she's like, "Oh no, I think this needs to be fleshed out a little bit, or let's." And so she's been incredibly valuable with that, and because of her experience as an organizer, as a someone who's led a big team of people and stuff, it's been really helpful to have some of that clarifying language, like the idea of a state lead. No one expects the state leads to be putting on all the connection events or walks or anything like that. The state lead is to be the person who's can be that empathetic ear, and then also say, okay, if it's a new diagnosis, one of your first steps should be, here's the Medicaid system, here's, register with this. And some states have a very specific process that you have to go through to even start the process. Like, because it's not perfect. I know we're not putting it out there knowing that, hey, has no errors and we've thought of literally everything. No, we know that, we're firmly in that we don't know what we don't know. And
Yeah,
so when we
absolutely.
get out there, we're gonna, we'll see, and Laura will be the one that will help identify, oh, okay, so maybe we need to tweak this, maybe we need to shuffle and or rethink this little element of it. Yeah.
Everybody enjoy the listen with Laura and
Yeah.
get ready to talk her into some karaoke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Jen, have you decided on your karaoke song?
You know what? I don't do a lot of karaoke. Stella has a karaoke song. What would you? I don't know.
Wait, Mom.
I like to rap.
Yeah.
Like a good rap song.
There you go.
We could do some Ludacris, Stella.
Yeah.
We could
Ooh,
do
some Linkin Park.
some Salt and
Wait.
Pepper.
Peppa.
Okay, I love it. Stella,
Yeah.
what's your karaoke?
What is it?
Well, the last time that you sang an Adele song,
Oh, yeah.
you did that, or would you do Star Spangled
Stars.
Banner? There you go, folks.
Yep.
That's who they really want to see anyway.
Really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brendan, last chance to claim your karaoke song before people steal it.
Any song that doesn't shut my voice out, something that's in my register, something that I'm just not gonna be like,
Yeah, that's the big thing for me is I can't.
Don't you forget about me, maybe?
That's
Oh,
right.
excellent. Good call.
Yeah.
Well, everybody enjoy. Think about your karaoke songs, and we'll see you
Yep.
next week.
Sounds
Yeah.
great. All right, take care, everybody. Croutons and hearts, baby.
Hi, I'm Morgan Jane Starkman from Inner Sense Organic Beauty, and I'm so excited to share something that I love, our Hair Renew Scalp Hair Bath and Soothing Conditioner. Soothes my hair and soothes my scalp irritation. These products leave my scalp feeling truly calm, and they make me feel confident and cared for, and I think you'll love them too. Let's take care of our scalp and hair together. Try them today and save 15% on your first purchase with my code Morgan15 at InnerSenseBeauty.com.
Well, hi, Laura. How are you?
Good. Hi, Brendan.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Well, for those who might not know who you are, why don't you take a few moments to introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Laura Spinney. I just joined the Williams Syndrome Association staff as the Vice President of Programs. I have a daughter named Michaela who is 27, who has Williams syndrome. I have been involved with the WSA for many years since she was diagnosed at 2 years old. So I spent a lot of years as a regional chair, as they used to call it. Volunteered doing a lot of things, a lot of fundraising, all kinds of stuff like that. And so this was just a great opportunity to now just really get involved. So I'm very excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Where are you from, Laura, originally?
I am currently living in New Hampshire.
Okay. Yes. And did I hear that you're moving to Florida?
Yes, we are going to be getting ready to move to St. Cloud, Florida, getting out of the cold.
Yes, getting out of the cold. Okay, what prompted that move? Because everybody's moving, right? Including
Yeah.
Michaela?
Yes, just she experiences rheumatoid arthritis,
Mm.
and the warm weather just does a lot better in the warm weather. We are complete Disney fanatics,
Yeah.
so that is always nice. We are there quite often, usually anyway. So we're super excited to be so close. We are going to
Yes.
be less than 30 miles from Disney.
Less than 30 miles. Okay, so
That's
you're
awesome.
are you friends with our friends, the Selfs?
Yes.
Yes, we love Michelle and of course Alex and Bill Bentley, huh? We love them. Stella loves Disney too. This is Stella. Can you say good morning to Laura?
Hi, Stella.
I don't.
Yes. Michaela's
Yes.
room is full of Disney pictures, Disney everything. It's pink,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
Yes.
Disney,
Yeah.
it's all of that. You name it, she can talk about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is she gonna get a job at Disney? Is this the plan? Like,
Oh no, we're just going for the fun.
you're just going for
Yeah.
the fun. Okay. Oh
We're
my gosh.
no, none of that. That takes the magic out of the going. She just wants to go.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
just wants to go and have the fun. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Yeah, well, tell us about you sort of mentioned it in your intro, this journey with Williams syndrome. Your daughter Michaela has it, and you said she was diagnosed at 2.
She was, yes.
Okay. Okay. So how has that journey been? I'm the parent of a teen, so I'm in teen life right now. It's just hard, very hard.
Mm.
It doesn't get better. That's what I need to know.
It changes.
Okay.
I just think it changes. You think in the toddler years it's super hard, and I thought yes, it was.
Yes.
And then it just evolves and changes into different hard. School becomes challenging in a different way, emotional and all that fun stuff in the teen years, and the changing of bodies and all of that changes. That
Yes.
becomes hard, different.
Mhm.
And then you get into the older and leaving school, and that
Yeah.
becomes hard in a different way. I don't think it's ever a piece of cake.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, that's not
just
reassuring.
manage it.
That's not reassuring for me. But thank you. Thank you.
It's not bad. I'm not saying, it's
Yeah.
a bad thing. It's just not ever going to be a piece of
Yeah,
cake.
it like kind of ebbs and flows, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like we were like really hard in the younger years, like you were
Mhm.
saying, right? And then we got into younger school age, and that went pretty well, knock on wood. And then now we're in the teen high school years, and it's like starting to like creep up into the hard
can't
again.
believe it.
I know, I can't believe
Yeah.
it.
And then it settles a little bit, and then
Okay.
you get to that next step of, developmental, or that next level of things, and then it gets a little hard, and you get used to that. And then it settles a little bit, and then, you get used to that, and you figure it out. Things are just always evolving and changing. So,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so Michaela, you said is 27 now.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
And what's her story? I mean, she's not there with you. If she was, you could invite her on. We'd love to, Michaela.
She's not. She works as an assistant cheer coach at our local university, Southern New Hampshire University.
Yeah.
She's been there for 12 years. She just celebrated her 12th year. She actually just recently won an award for Lifetime Achievement, which was so wonderful and exciting for her.
Cool.
She started there with the Team Impact organization and then graduated into employment. So that was wonderful. And then she's going to maintain that employment when we move. They're decided they're going to figure it out remotely and then join them when they travel to Florida in person. So it's wonderful.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So is she excited about the move? Like, I know the Disney part is exciting.
Extremely excited. It was, you knew it was ready in time when she became excited to manage that. We also, she has a passion for baking. She took culinary arts in school, and so we started a baking business for her, or as a family.
Yeah.
So we have managed the business side, the website, all of the things, not just the physical baking, all parts of the business. So we've started doing that, and that's been a learning process because money and the logistics of business have been challenging, but learning.
But learning. Okay, so she'll continue that when she goes to Florida. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I was reading your bio, and I'm curious, like, what was your background before you came into disability work? Was it totally different, and then you stumbled upon that, or was it already something you were doing?
It was within that field range. I graduated college with a degree in child psychology and education. So that's really where I was heading.
Okay.
And then took a step back to raise my family. And so when Michaela was in high school, I went back to work and jumped right back into case management and the developmental disability world. And it's what I know, it's what I'm passionate about, and it's kind of where I've stayed.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like my daughter Stella wasn't diagnosed until she was 5, and similarly, like I left my career, although it was not in disability, but like since then I've been doing a lot of disability related impact work, and it is just the best. It is the best. It's hard. And
it is hard. Exasperating sometimes because the field is hard and
so much need.
Yes, the red tape is annoying and can just be so like you're banging your head against the wall sometimes with the bureaucratic stuff that you face.
Yes.
And seeing families struggle, it's hard, but it's so worthwhile when you see success.
Yeah. So what were you doing previously to the role now that you've taken on? I know you're new. We've caught you so close to when you started. So tell us like what you were doing right before this and like what you're transitioning into now at the WSA.
Sure. Prior to this, I was the director of an area agency. The state of New Hampshire has 10 regional area agencies that cover the state that assist individuals with disabilities from birth through end of life in developing service plans, all of those things, early intervention, all of that. So I was the case management director for all this service coordination.
Okay.
So I assisted families with Medicaid, Social Security, developing their services, Medicaid waivers, plans, services. What is it going to look like? What does adult services look like? All the options that you have or don't have. Service providers. What do those look like? All of this or anything you can imagine I was involved with. And I had a staff, quite a large staff that I managed on top of that, which I don't know, I loved that stuff. So it was a lot of fun. It was hard, but so worthwhile when you saw success.
Yeah, absolutely. And so are you week 2? Is this week 2?
I think week 3 or 4. I started mid-May.
Mid-May. Okay. Yeah. So like 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. And so you came from more of like the service and resource side, and now you're transitioning into programs here. Yeah. So tell us about that so far. You got thrust into camp, right?
Yes,
like
I went to camp. So I'll be overseeing programs like camp, the family network, very similar to programs that you see in developmental disability world, the waivers and all of the programs that folks can access. So it'll be very similar to that, just more Williams syndrome specific.
Okay. Yeah. And are you like you said you were pretty involved in the Williams syndrome network before this role?
I had been,
as a regional chair and
Nice.
Okay. And so you have like lots of connections. So I'm sure it was really fun to go to camp and see like so many familiar faces. We're big camp.
It had been a bit. They were much younger than Michaela, so these were all brand new families for the most part. So it was nice to meet new faces.
It is fun. That's fun. I am in Colorado. Our local children's hospital just launched a Williams syndrome multidisciplinary clinic. And so I don't know what you would call me. I'm like the family liaison where, patients come in and they're seeing all of their different experts. Then I'm one of the people that they get to speak to, just talking about the local resources and programs for individuals with Williams syndrome. And it is so fun to meet new families, not in that environment because usually they're very stressed, but it's nice to be able to connect as a parent. It's so challenging, as you say, like rewarding yet challenging. And I think parent to parent, we can definitely understand the spoken and unspoken things that come along with a journey with Williams syndrome. So I'm sure it was really fun for you to meet all those kiddos and their families for the younger ones.
It really was to have that conversation and hear where they're at. And it was nice to hear.
Miss those times. So what's coming up for you, like in terms of projects that you're working on right now?
Well, we just currently launched the family network.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
sure folks had seen that in their emails.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah,
it's super exciting.
let's
It
talk about it.
is,
Yeah,
sure.
can you share with this will be great because a lot of people I think have had questions about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What there's kind of two things, right, in the family network that we're looking for. Tell us about both.
So we're looking for two positions. One is an area lead. So part of the family network is dividing the country into 3 regions. Where we used to be 19 when we had the regional chairs.
Oh,
Now we're going to narrow that down so it's not so overwhelming into 3 regions. So we're looking for area leads, one for each region,
okay.
and they will be the supports for the state leads that we are also looking for, so that every state along the lines of what we used to have, so that there's that contact in every state.
Yes.
So we're looking for the area leads to oversee all the state leads. And state leads will be that primarily that first point of contact for most families in that state.
Okay. So the 3 areas that you're looking for, do you know them off the top of your head? People kind of like where they are and what they cover?
The western part of the state, the central and the east. I could list off the states, but I think that's a little, I don't have that right in front of me, what covers each state in those
Sure.
areas. But
Sure. But we can link that in our notes so people can find it.
Yep.
So the area lead is pretty much supporting of those state leads, making sure that they feel supported in their role, and that they have the connection from the WSA, the materials, and all of those things to support those families in their states. And then those state leads are there to help anybody in the state feel connected, fundraising events, community events, support folks that want to be active in their communities as well. And those state leads, we're hoping that have that knowledge of the state resources, the state, Medicaid waivers, all of those things, that they have that knowledge in their state.
Yes.
We're finding it, to have one person cover large portions of regions as it used to be is really hard to have one person knowledge. And of many states. So, to have that one person in each state have that knowledge, we're hoping to have, more contact for families to have that support.
Yeah, definitely. Well, even like in the Rocky Mountain region, which I don't know if that is changing, but it's like Colorado, New Mexico, part of Wyoming. And I mean, like New Mexico is that's a whole different place, right? And
Yeah.
so for a lot of our folks that are in New Mexico, there's not many, but there are some. Shout out to you guys. It's hard because a lot of stuff is coming out of Colorado and it's not applicable to them. So to have somebody at the state level that is really intimately knowledgeable about like those unique service and opportunities and resources like you were talking about, I think is tremendous. So you've got 3 area lead positions that you're looking for. And how does one go about sharing interest?
There's a link on our website.
Okay, great.
Under programs, williams-syndrome.org, under programs. And so there's a link to fill out the form and send a resume.
Yeah, that's great. What are the qualities that you're looking for in a prospective candidate for an area lead? I know you mentioned like state level, we want to really understand those local resources and programs and policies, but in terms of an area perspective, what are you thinking?
Well, we're hoping somebody that has some leadership skills, because they will be that person that the state leads would be connecting with and has, some organizational and leader skills. Obviously, a connection with somebody that has Williams syndrome.
Yes.
Some connection with some volunteerism, has that experience doing that within the organization.
Yeah.
So those things would be super important.
Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, I think having a connection to our people with Williams syndrome is the best because this work is hard, and the only way we get through that hard is by really loving the people that we serve.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, and so if somebody wants to apply for a state lead position, is it the same thing where they apply on the form? Okay.
It is.
For those. Okay. So if you're interested, we'll include those notes in our show recap, and you can go ahead and get on. Any other questions or comments that you want to like address with this? Like, have other people asked you questions about it since you guys put open that or posted open the opportunity that you want to address here?
I think the bigger question is that the state lead is not going to be responsible for hosting and running all fundraising and community events. That is not going
Got
to
it.
be
Okay.
all of their responsibility. That is not the expectation.
Okay.
Our hope is that state lead will be that guidance and that resource for folks who also want to host those things. So we wouldn't want anybody to fear that role would be all on them.
Yeah, well, and that's a great
Got it.
that I'm glad you mentioned that because that would scare some people, right? Like
Sure.
if they're like, yes, I have these qualities, but I don't have, it can be both end, right? Like you
Absolutely.
can be supportive and like helping to host the events, but it seems like there's different people for different responsibilities. So yes, we definitely can help get the supports that we need to make those events happen. Is there like along that same vein, is there like more of a desire to do events locally, or are you going to let that like be decided by the state leads and whoever their volunteers are with them?
Well, we're hoping that, that person has that enthusiasm to encourage more
Sure.
of those activities, awareness events, just social activities. More of that is really the hope that when we have that connection in every state, that we see more of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is a difference between like state leads and volunteers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's good. That's good. Joel's telling us that state leads have more time for interest to submit their interest. Area leads are the ones that we're hoping for by the 10th. Thank you, Joel. He keeps us on track.
He does. Will area leads help with the state leads?
Yes, that's the hope, that we have the area leads send in their resumes or they're filling out the selection process application by the 10th of June,
Gotcha.
so that we can go through and hopefully select our people, and then they can be part of that interviewing and selection process of the state leads.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, that will be wonderful. And yeah, I'm excited to see what comes out of this process. I assume we won't be ready by convention time, but
No.
Our hope was that we would have the area leads selected by the convention time.
Right.
Obviously not the state leads because
Yeah.
we would want
Right.
them to be
That takes more time.
okay, so for those
Yeah.
coming to convention,
Perfect.
that's an awesome opportunity as well, like a sneak peek on who area leads will be and how they will support you.
And if anybody is interested in a state lead and would like to actually personally have a conversation and they're at convention, they can come find us.
Oh, that's yeah, wonderful. Do you
find
have a
Laura.
job at convention? Do you know where you're going to be at, or will you be all over?
Probably all over.
All over.
However, I would certainly make time if somebody reached out.
Yay. What's your karaoke song?
Oh no, that's not a.
Hey.
You don't have one? What? You got to get up there.
Oh no, sorry, that is just not something you're gonna see me do.
Okay. Does
He's like,
Michaela
that's
have,
not my vibe. I'm not doing it.
does Michaela have a karaoke song?
That is not her thing either, although she will happily support. That is the funny thing about her is that is not her MO with that overly social personality.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? I'm not sure if you've listened to the podcast before, but my sweet Stella is more of a spicy Williams syndrome person, and she is not as social as some of our Williams syndrome friends. And so it's great. I'm happy that we have, other ones that are not in the typical profile, right? Because they do exist and they're still lovely.
Yeah.
But yes, maybe not up and singing karaoke. Although you do love a karaoke song, don't you? Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Brendan, have you decided?
She might sing well in the audience, but she would not get up.
Have you decided on your karaoke song, Brendan?
I haven't yet, but we'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, we look forward to seeing you at convention, Laura. And yes, Stella says nice to meet you, right?
Nice to meet you too, Stella.
Yes.
Mommy.
We're
Mom.
excited. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah,
Mom.
thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having me.
Yeah, it was really good seeing you again.
Nice to see you too, Brendan. I was just telling Michaela that I was going to see you, and she remembered when you came to our home for our pool party that time.
How can I forget that? That's
Yeah.
the first time I met her.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, that was a blast.
Yeah. It was a
We
long
go
time
way
ago.
back. We go way back. Yeah. Yeah.
You've been listening to the Starry Eyed podcast presented by the Williams Syndrome Association and sponsored by InnerSense Organic Beauty. The show is hosted by Jennifer Keaton and Brendan Lemieux and produced by me, Joel Listman. All music by Tommy Barbarella and Mariella Elm. Got a question for the show? Email us at podcast@williams-syndrome.org. Video version of the podcast available on the Williams Syndrome Association channel on YouTube and on the Starry Eyed podcast page on Facebook. Audio version available wherever you get your podcast delights. So like and subscribe and help spread some Williams Syndrome awareness.